Hello from the Dreamport Discord server. I'm ShadowsPub bringing you Pimp Your Post Thursday. On the show today, we'll share posts, meet others, and have some fun. You can share your own post or someone else's you really like. To take part, drop the PYPT emoji into the show text channel. I'll add you to the list to take a turn sharing posts. When I call on you, add your post link to the text channel, come on voice, tell us about it. Keep it brief, like a short commercial for the post. If you can't do voice, it's okay. You can share by text, but text and the link must be ready to paste into the text channel when I call on you. You can have more than one turn, but you must use the emoji for each turn. Okay, let's get started. And Kitty Girl's gonna lead us off. Ooh. I've often said that I don't think I could live with somebody now. I'd have to kill him first. Then I'd keep him quiet. All right, Engine, you're up. Okay, link incoming. Yep. We can all support it in our own way, whether we're a witness or we're voting for witnesses. And the more we pay attention to what witnesses we're voting, the better witnesses we get up, moving up the ranks. So Bradley Yarrow actually has been around for a while, if memory serves me correctly. Oh, so it's a different person. Okay, do. That gap needs to be filled between the users and the devs. I know Alexander and I have had a conversation about this more than once about how you'll hear a dev go, "Oh yeah, it's so easy to use. It's a piece of cake. I don't know what the problem is." And then you listen to the users, and it's like it's complicated. I don't understand it. There's a gap of communication in there, and that's one way of bridging it. Is if you can get to them and bring up the questions that you've got because they're not as easy as they think it is, then they can start rethinking how they design. Yep, absolutely. Yes, that's why it's called a town hall. Not the witness lectures. It's called the town hall. Yeah, so we definitely want that interactivity. Politely, but interactivity. There's always somebody who's got a bone to pick, and we don't let them pick them unless they do it really nicely. Yeah, we're not going to do the witness wars. Or it got interesting at times, and actually, uh, where it got contentious actually on the legacy chain was we had representatives from Steam it there. And quite often that's where the bones of contentions were. And it wasn't always between the other parts of the community and Steam It Inc. Some of it was from the witnesses to Steam It Inc. calling them to account, which was good. Just didn't want to turn it into the Steam Wars. It was always interesting finding balance. All right, Emrys, you're up. Give us a commercial. Oh, I mean, give us your post. All right, Emrys, tell us about this. All right. Has Ecency changed their format, their post format? I thought so. Because the post area used to be narrower, now is long lines. Go ahead, Emrys. Yeah, I noticed it last week and I thought it was just maybe a quirk on Ecency because some other stuff looks skewed, but everything else looks okay this week, but it's the long lines that caught my attention. Which means that when you put your images in, instead of them being aligned with the edge of your text, the text goes past them if the person's got their browser out wider. Interesting change. I wonder what the reasoning behind it was. All right. Thank you, Emrys. And Bipolar, you're up. No, there she is. She's typing. You'll skip. Okay, you want to skip. Is there a reason for that? Luchelle, you're up. You're under the rain. Is that like being under the weather? Like you're not feeling well? Or is it just raining and you want the rain to go away? Ah, okay. All right. She's traveling and it's bad weather. Got that. Let us know when you're ready. I'll leave you up on the list. Okay, Luchelle. I think she's with us. You're just getting the link, right, Luchelle? There she goes. I see her typing. All right. Come and tell us about this. Happy? Aha! Are you at the that McSam store? There we go. if you if you fry plantain and refuse to share, you'll be dragged to a correctional center for a month. If that doesn't give you an idea of what you need to go and read. Oh, he jumped from the fourth to the sixth. The fifth one must have been a super secret decree. Yeah, that's a must read there, folks. I see the 11th. Oh, he didn't do the 12 commandments. He only actually did 10. That works. Well, he didn't actually call them the commandments either. All right, Luchelle. Thank you. Engine, you're up. Calls himself the bot lord. good use. And Bradley's in the comments there, so that tracks. All right, that's quite the picture he's got there. I like that post picture. I'm coming to get your hive or your VSC or whatever the heck is after that particular day. I didn't know it was anybody's accent other than I just one I threw in. And Luchelle, you got the one HBI, and well, there you go. All right, Amorous, you're up. Oh, bipolar dropped out. Hopefully she'll be back when she's out from under the rain and off the road. All right, Amorous. All right, natural disasters. We certainly have been getting a lot of them. Yeah. Actually, I just checked the smoke map. Um, it's been a week now that the smoke has been over this area in varying thicknesses. Yeah. So I hear the state of Michigan is complaining to Canada they want the something done about the smoke. Good luck with that. Yeah. They seem to think that we don't know how to manage fires and that we can just turn them off. What they don't seem to understand is the vast amounts of woodland that we've got in this country that lightning strikes can start fires that take days to even be seen, and then they've got a head start. But yeah, yeah, like that's why you'll see it in northern BC and the northern prairie provinces, and up in the territories, because that's where the biggest parts of our woodland is. and Northern Ontario, of course. But yeah, that was funny. That's the second letter that's been sent to the Prime Minister that that stop the wildfire smoke. It's like okay, all right, Kitty Girl, you're up. So she may be resparking the pet rock crave. There you go. Maybe they need to be matched up so there could be more pet rocks. Who knows? Exactly. Woo. Any farmer will tell you that rocks do propagate. They clear a field and before they know it, they're back. Yep. All right. Bipolar. Oh, she's not back yet. I knew there was this reason I shouldn't close that space up. Engine, you're up. Good to have a backup. The What Man series? Oh. Ah, Emma says she was the unstable one. When you've got a name like Delirium, it's kind of hard to be sane. Just a thought. And who's next up? Oh, Calvin has won the 3 HBI. And Empress, are you stable enough to take your turn? Because you're up. We won't have to call him Delirium. All right, Emrys, tell us about this. It could be the preview isn't going to come up. It's up on the screen, so you're okay. All right. Uh, in some situations, the family dinner is just a polite name for the family war. Just depends on the week. I said, in some situations, the name family dinner is just a polite name for the family war. Because, yep, you never seen those situations where the dinner is more of a fight than a meal? Yeah, those things are real. All right, Alessandra, you are up. She's typing up a storm. It is. Yep, that's a screenshot from the recording. Embers just had the same. It looks as though the previews are not showing on um, Ecency. Okay. Kelvin, you're up. There we go. All right, Kelvin, tell us about this. Go ahead. Yeah, we can hear you. Go ahead. All right. Yes, it was Emrys who talked about the family dining together. Are you ready to roll, Alessandra? Oh, okay. Okay. Luchelle, you're up. She's protesting. All right, Luchelle, tell us about this. Now, that's interesting. That's an recency link, and the preview came up. It may have been a temporary thing. Yeah, it may have been a Discord thing. All right, Luchelle, tell us about this. You're on transit. So Luchelle is on transit. She doesn't want to turn the mic on. There she goes. I can hear you. All right. I can't imagine anybody brave enough to test Luchelle's patience. I don't know that I'd want to test your patience. I demand my family eats at the table for at least in the same room for dinner time. Ah, so if you're not liking somebody at the table, you can stand up at the counter and eat, right? You're in the same room. Mm-hmm. You know, I think in some ways there's bit of a break in there in the sense that there's a lot of families that do not eat together or even come together at any point, and that probably is doesn't really teach people how to get along real well. Like, yeah, even when there's arguments at the table, you at least learn how to argue and you learn how to get along afterwards. Mm-hmm. I think that's actually an important rule in this day and age. You're eating, get that out in the living room. Yeah, I think those are probably really good things to hold on to, and it's amazing how many families I hear of and have seen that they just don't. Anything goes at the table. If they even come to the table. Calvin's on it. No, it's not. Calvin's on a roll. He won the 5 HBI and the 3 HBI. I think you're competing with Alexandra on that one. She says she wants it. Alexandra, are you with us? Yeah, did you hear us talking about that it may have actually been a glitch? Yeah. Although PT's had its times. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. I gathered that I had left the room before the hot-blooded rock and roll rolled in. She'll take it regardless. And Luchelle, you have won the NFT before. What you do is you go into the NFT. There we go. The NFT showroom. Log in, and you'll find it in your collection. Yeah, I was looking at that and I was thinking, if I was hungry and I was seeing a chicken with feathers on, I'd be really ticked. But I guess Emrys is able to see beyond the feathers to the roast. He's typing. We're going to hear a response. He just smiled. Okay. Engine, you're up. You are. Yeah, actually, it's a good idea because an opportunity to showcase Hive and people to be able to see. And in some ways, I'm not so sure that we really need to put the pressure. And I kind of touched on this in the Hive Thrive the other day. Um, if we saw Hive more as the engine and we marketed more the projects that are on it, people get invested in the projects, and then they discover Hive underneath it. Yeah, yeah, we've made that mistake from the beginning. A lot of people, we're so wrapped up with well, it's uh, oh, what's that term? Anyways, it censorship resistant, and it's like, yeah, certain groups of people that's a big thing. Other people don't really give a shite. Exactly. Yeah, we're already used to being the product, and we're already used to there being those controls on. Uh, just because there isn't controls doesn't mean that there isn't. In the sense that the community does the censorship in the what they will accept and won't accept. So it's not really censorship resistant. Absolutely, yeah. And I think sometimes we also often forget that actual censorship is when the government makes your information go away. That's actual censorship. We turn we turn around and scream censorship whenever somebody happens to obstruct our spewing out our opinions, and it's not actually censorship. It gets exactly. Yeah, yeah. Your information does not go away. You just might have to work a little harder to let it be seen. You can screenshot it on the blockchain and put it back in a post. There you go. It's back. And and speaking of being back, Emrys, you're up. Oh, Luchelle had to leave us. She's got a noisy environment. She's on the move. Thank you for being here, Luchelle. Memories that never fade. Tell us about this, Emrys. All right. That makes a nice effect using black and white when you're using a title like Memory That Never Fades. Okay, who got it? Alexandra won the NFT. I was fully I was fully expecting it would have come in between you two with somebody else, and Alexandra nailed it. Thank you. There's still there's still 3 more weeks this month. And Seki, you're up. Uh huh. I see him typing. And oh, the first text presentation of the day. We've got a nighttime security guard for a bakery had never thought he'd have to fight off something like this. Read the story to discover more. And the name of the story? The Intruder. At least it doesn't have a picture of a clown. All right. Thank you, Seki. And Kitty Girl, you're up. Clown would have been diverse. Aha. She's got a beautiful smile, too. I'm assuming that's her. Yeah, she's got a beautiful smile. Ooh, is that her daughter? That's. She's a pretty little thing. Yeah, I love that picture of the two of them together. That's some good shots. Thank you, kitty girl. And Seki, you're up. I see him typing. And he says, a few Afro tunes to dance to and to vibe to. One line intros, I see that. Great. Anybody else have anything they want to share today? Does this mean you're all shared out? Okay, Seki. Go for it. So, is this a movie that is not out yet? Or is this a movie that's been out for a while? It's out. Okay. It's been out for a while? Ah, that's why I hadn't seen it yet. I thought I had seen the all of the movies, but I guess I have one to catch up to. All right. Anybody else have anything they want to share? Not seeing anyone. And you've been listening to Shadows Pub host, Pimp Your Post Thursday. Thank you for joining us on PYPT, and join us next Thursday at 12 p.m. Eastern. Until then, keep on creating, and it's all about community. And right, bye, Wilma.